Pass, pal.
5 minutes to go.
Mike McLaughlin has to be pleased with the execution of his team tonight. That's really their first mistake. They've done a good job of controlling the ball, executing well. A great first outing, as he said. They just wanted to avoid making the mistakes, and up until then they have.
Hansen, the quarterback, hands it away to Chuck Porritt. Good straight ahead running there by Porritt. Brings it into Panther territory, rather, at the 45-yard line. That'll be good for a first down and 14 yards for the senior. We were mentioning football. The Cougars are at home. Eastern's at home here at Albee Stadium on Saturday, but also the Community College of Spokane get underway this weekend. And a week from this Saturday, Whitworth gets underway with their new head coach, Blaine Bennett. I saw Shorty a little bit before the ball game.
A lot of fun for them. They play the alumni this Saturday. That's always a lot of fun.
Hansen will try to throw here as the pressure is on. And this one's going into the bench. The closest man to it is the Mead Panther, number 17, Rob McGregor, a senior defensive back.
Russ Hendrickson a little bit angry as he goes back to the huddle. He was open on the right side, and in fact, Hansen wanted to get the ball to him, but great penetration again by Jason Lathrop, the strong side linebacker, who came in to the bottom of your screen, prevented him even looking in that direction. He had to turn to throw it out of bounds. Hendrickson was open, just ran a little square out route to the sideline, but there was no way his quarterback could have gotten the ball to him because of the great rush from Lathrop.
Let's see maybe if they come back to that play now. CB, 142 yards of offense, all but 7 on the ground. Setting up a little screen. This is Tyler Moore at the 40. Moore near the 35. Short of the first down, however. I believe he'll be near a yard short of that. Well-conceived play.
They really set it up much better this time. It's the second time they tried to run the screen. Last time the receiver was too close to the line. You'll see this time the gap between receiver and the front wall. It sets it up, lets the quarterback make the pass very nicely. And watch Tyler Moore here. This is a fellow who hasn't given up. Both he and Perrette really put the head down, continue to rush. They know the game's pretty well over in terms of won and lost, but they aren't going to give up till the end.
Got to hand it to those kids. They're hanging right in there. 3:45 to go in this one. Banging ahead for the first down. Stopped right there. I think that was Jokinson. And Jokinson was stopped on that one by Mike Schaaf, a big defensive lineman, 209-pound junior. Doing a fine job right there. But CV does get the first down. We are getting ready to give you our players of the game. Jokinson, 14 carries for 80 yards in the ball game. And we know the offensive player of the week. We will confer on the defensive player of the week and have that for you here in just a second or two. Split backs on this first down 10 play. This is Hansen, and that man got in. David Cohen right there. He's one of the people that we are suggesting. Maybe Jason Lathrop. He has had a fine game. McNitt, Bill Campster, and those are just the Mead guys, we might add. There have been some players on CV as well that have had outstanding defensive games that we are considering as well. I think the offensive player is no suspense to anyone right now. Second down and 10 here for CV with 2:37 to go in this one. Back to throw at Hansen. Here comes the pressure as Cotta was after it. Pass is completed to the 30-yard line, so we're picking up about 5 yards right there. That won't be near a first down. Tyler Moore on the reception. He was one of their top receivers from last year. Actually inside the 25, near the 23, pick up a 7.
Good job by Hansen again, scrambling under pressure. Watch him avoid the tacklers and really doing a nice job here, trying to get the sprint out to get a pocket that sort of collapses. He avoids the pressure and is able to make the pass. That's his third completion in 4 attempts.
He's played well, the young sophomore. A good-sized kid, 190 pounds. There's that little reverse play right there with Lynn Steinbaugh running. Steinbaugh at the 20. Steinbaugh can't get the block as he had outrun all the people that were out there for him, but he gets down near the 10-yard line. Good run by Steinbaugh. If he had had a man out in front of him, he would have ran for a touchdown.
Very good. And again, the counter working, the misdirection, obviously some substitutes in for both teams. And Steinbaugh able to take it. 150-pound junior listed as a wide receiver, came back off that wing-back position on the counter and took it down just outside the 10-yard line.
And it's at the 12. First down and 10 from the 12-yard line. This is the 7th play of the drive. 1:34 to go in this one. And now Hansen will run out of the shotgun. That's produced a couple of turnovers in this ball game. This one toward the middle. It's knocked away incomplete. He was looking for Russ Hendrickson. A lot of Panthers right down there on that one.
He's lucky it wasn't number 3. There were 3 defenders right there, and any more of a tip, and I think Mead would have been able to pick that one off and end the threat once again.
Tom Price, Chrysler Plymouth, a great supporter of high school athletics, is proud to present $250 to the GSL Player Recognition Fund, and the names of the offensive and defensive players of the week. The offensive player of the week is Jeff Bearwald. The defensive player, we're making defensive players of the week. The Mead Defensive Unit is our players of the week, and congratulations to everyone from the Tom Price, Chrysler Plymouth, with 2 locations in Spokane.
There's a little bit disappointment. Looked like a touchdown there for the Bears as Jocumson going out just a little bit behind him, but he could have made the grab and could have gotten into the end zone, broken the goose egg for the Bears. We'll take another look at it again. This is a catchable pass. Kurt Hansen with good timing, and, well, we won't see the intended receiver. That's Tyler Moore, who says, I was open, but so was Jocumson. He could have put it in the end zone.
3rd down, 10 now for the Bears. Hansen wants to throw it again, but he's getting a lot of pressure. Dumps it off to Jocumson, and Jocumson gets down to about the 7-yard line.
You know, Larry, we do have to say one thing in making that defensive award, and that is that there are just so many good players who have done a lot of things for me defensively tonight. It really would not be fair, I don't think, to single out one player. We've seen Cotter and Camster with pressure all the time, McNitt with a good job, Lathrop and Buck and Yakeley, all 3 linebackers doing well, and of course Brad Welder with the interception. So as the defensive unit, the Panthers said coming in they thought it might be one of their best yet. They've done nothing to disprove that tonight.
Scott Mugley's had a good game for Stevie, so is Jason Shoemaker as well from their linebacker positions. We're going to see a field goal attempt right here, but first a timeout, as Mead wants to get a few different guys out on the field for this one, as CV is going to be trying another field goal. They're 0 for 1 in field goal attempts. Mike Hollis, the young kicker.
42 seconds left in the contest, and a reminder for all of you sporting fans, we will be joining Headline News immediately after this broadcast. And if they wrap things up quick enough, we'll be in time for Headline Sports, find out what happened in all the Major League Baseball races. Of course, a day off for a lot of the teams, and crucial things coming up as well.
So we are getting set for this field goal attempt by Hollis, as it'll be about a 24-yard attempt. Right here, it'll be out of the hold of Dennis Deutsch. 42 seconds left to go in this one. We'd like to thank the entire crew here this evening. There's the field goal attempt. It's good, and so the goose egg is off the scoreboard. But there is a flag down, however, and the CV players are saying, come back onto the field, so let's hold her right here for just a moment. 39 seconds to go in this one. The field goal is good, but let's see who the flag is on. As everybody seems to be gathering together here. Next week, we've got a good ball game for you, North Central against Lewis and Clark, so stand by for that. Next week here on KAYU. There you see the confab going on down at about the 10-yard line. And here we're going to get a chance to see the replay.
Good hands by Dennis Deutsch. Again, you've got to get the ball teed up in a hurry. Oh, a little roughing the kicker maybe there as you see him come sliding into Mike Hollis afterwards. So let's take a look at what they're calling personal foul, roughing the kicker, and it'll set up a first down. So good news and bad news. Hollis makes a field goal, but he's not going to get credit for it. Watch once again. Deutsch setting up and Hollis getting through and then coming in the right ear screen. And he was not blocked in by a CV player. I believe that was Zane Smith coming in, hit one of his own men. So he was not blocked into the kicker. It'll set up a first and goal for the Bears. They'll have 39 seconds to try to get on the board. They've wiped the 3 off. They'll go for 6.
So here we go from the 4-yard line with 39 seconds to play. In this one, they're going to see if they can score a TD right here. Hansen rolling with some pressure. Throws for the end zone, incomplete. Looking there for tight end Mark Sims. No, check it, Hendrickson, 82 rather than 90. No, it was 92. Sims that he was looking for on the rollout here.
Great job of coverage by Darren Culbreth, the strong safety. Everybody knew that it was going to be an attempt to try to flood the zone. They needed to get a couple more receivers out there, actually, and try to put it in the end zone.
The executive producer of GSL football on KAYU is Robert J. Hamaker. The producer is Jim Swoboda. Our director, Dave Tanner. Our floor director is Mark Flaherty. And our statistician, Jim Jansman. Second down goal. Hansen to throw, and it's behind, I believe that was Wise again. Incomplete. It'll be third down and goal now with 31 seconds to go in this one.
A little bit of a surprise here that they aren't going to a trips formation. It is in tight, so there's a lot of traffic. But go ahead and get some receivers and try to run what's called a pick play. Go ahead and get one of your receivers out, clear a zone for him, let him come underneath. They really are only going to have a couple more cracks at it here, and so far they've just been running the one receiver, the tight end Wise, into the flat.
Third down and goal from the 4. I'd like to see Stevie get a score here. Pick him up for next week's game. Hansen looking things over on the defense. Sends Hendrickson in motion through the formation. Hansen will throw. Here comes the pressure, and he's not going to get one off. Sacked at the 10. And there was the committee back to welcome him at the 10-yard line.
Call the timeout, go ahead and talk things over for one final play. By the way, next week, Mead will try to extend its record to 2-0. They'll take on the Shadle Park Highlanders next Friday night here at Albee Stadium. And Central Valley will square off in the annual battle for bragging rights in the Valley. Boy, they're having this one early in the year already. Central Valley at University, the Bears and the Titans at U-High. That'll be next Friday night at 7:30, and that, as always, will be a real war.
Kind of a regrouping game for both of those teams, as both of them will go down to defeat this evening. I have another chance at a field goal right here as David Hobbs will get ready for that. Hit one just a little while ago, but the roughing the kicker penalty gave CV a first down inside the 5. Now it'll be about a 27-yard attempt for Hollis with 24 seconds to play.
One guy who has to be very happy, too, Larry Stranahan, the defensive coordinator for the Mead Panthers tonight. His unit's done an outstanding job, really the first time they've been tested tonight. And I'm sure some reserves in there for Mead. A lot of the first teamers still playing, though, on defense for the Panthers.
Deutsch will hold the 17 to 27-yard attempt here for Hobbs. Everything looks good, and the kick is good from Mike Hollis. So 3 points are on the board for the Central Valley Bears. Mead with a 24-point advantage in this one with 20 seconds left to go here in the 4th period. So it's going to be Mead 1-0, and these are the games. There are, I think, 4 teams that are the class of the league, and Mead, I think, now has put themselves right up in there. And so there's some outstanding ball clubs here in the GSL. It's going to be quite a fight right down to the end. Keep watching KAYU for new additions to the weekend lineup. On Sunday, Scott Baio is in charge of the hilarious household, and Charles in charge. And Donna Pescow is returning to television as the mother of a half-alien teenager in Out of This World. It's happening Sundays on KAYU. What do they think of these things?
Well, she married Spock. See, he's half Vulcan, half human. So
okay, maybe that's how they're going to segue into the Star Trek, The Next Generation.
Sounds good to me.
Our cameraman for tonight. Jim Zimmer, Doug Bundy, Scott McKen, and Jeff Height.
Thank you. See, he said repeat after me, so we just keep going. Oh, guys.
Onside kick here for CV, and Mead is going to grab this one at the 48-yard line. 19 seconds to go in this one as we are counting out the time.
Bears couldn't touch the football. It did not travel the full 10 yards. If they do, it's a penalty for illegal touching. Mead gets the ball anyway, so they just waited until the Panthers went ahead and grabbed it. You have to hope it goes off of somebody. Of course, if Mead touches it, then the ball gets loose. It's anyone's fault, even if it doesn't go the full 10 yards.
All right, so we're going to see some of the young guys from Mead get another chance at it. It's probably our last snap of the football game right here. As the Panthers have the lead, we have a new quarterback right here for Mead. Number 5, John Culp, the 123-pound junior. Gives it away to Tony Romish, taking it straight up the middle. He's going to get about 4 or 5 yards. That's going to be the end of this one. The Mead Panthers win their first game of the GSL in 1987, 27-3 over the Central Valley Bears. Todd and I will be wrapping things up here in just a second or two. There you see it, Mead with the big win in this one.
Pizza Hut brings you something you couldn't get in a double pizza deal before. Our famous pan pizza. Announcing Pizza Hut Pairs. 2 medium single-topping pan pizzas for one fantastic price, $10.99. Additional toppings at a regular price. That's right, a double pizza deal on our famous pan pizza. Pizza Hut Pairs. 2 medium pan pizzas for just $10.99. Available for dine-in or takeout from Pizza Hut. It's a great price on a great pan pizza.
Come and enjoy Pepsi's Family Day at the Spokane Interstate Fair, Thursday, September 17th. Get family discount admission coupons and ride coupons at the Pepsi display in your favorite store. And kids, enter Pepsi's Great Race to Disneyland. It's a Pinewood racer's dream. You could win a trip for 4 to Disneyland for 6 days and 5 nights, courtesy of Regal Travel. Get all the details and entry forms at the Pepsi display at the store. It's all part of Pepsi Cola's Family Day at the fair, Thursday, September 17th. Come out and have some fun with Pepsi.
This is not the most comfortable chair in the world, but if you were sitting in it, you'd be doing something very important. Discussing financial strategies with a Rainier personal banker. You'd get all the personal service you expect from Rainier, plus some financial ideas you might not expect, like new ways to manage money. No, this isn't the most comfortable chair in the world, but if you want a comfortable future...
Glad you could come in.
It's the only place to be.
Todd Mead, very impressive tonight, 27-3 over CV.
They did what they wanted to do, Larry. Kept it close to the vest, played tough football, established the running game, and really were never stopped. Jeff Beerwald, of course, a very impressive debut.
Beerwald over 200 yards rushing in the football game, 4 touchdowns for the senior. Next week, it's North Central and Shadle Park. For Todd Pickett and the entire KAYU crew, I am Larry Weir. Stay tuned. The news is next. Then at 11, The Late Show on KAYU.
The Rainier Bank High School Football Game of the Week, brought to you by True Value Hardware Stores. More than just a name, it's our way of doing business. And of course by Rainier Bank. No one comes through for you like a Rainier personal banker.